All right, Arsh, what do you have for we the people this week in the realm of family discussions?
How divorce affects your relationships with family and siblings, and your view on the world. And a question for all creatures of the universe.
Should the way families morph and change over time be part of the education system?
All right.
Let's go. Hello, Scout Francesca. How be
Hello.
you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thank you.
Good.
Are you having a fine day, are you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah,
It's
me too.
finally warm out,
Yeah, for real.
so there's quite a bit to be spry about.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Spry? Are you spry at the ripe old age of 14? You're
Yeah.
already looking at yourself as spry?
Yeah.
Huh.
I mean, I'd say
I don't know if that bodes well or poorly for when you hit your 90s.
probably a bit of both.
All right, Ms. Kijang.
All right.
Today you wish to speak upon divorce.
We wish to.
Hmm?
We wish to.
Yeah, sure. Sure. No, that's, I mean, you came up with the topic, and it's a great topic. I mean, there's lots of people going through it. What, 50% of marriages end in divorce?
Something
That's a
like
number
that,
you always
yeah.
hear, but I think that's pretty verifiable.
Yeah. Might be
in
even
North
more
America,
than that,
anyhow.
probably.
I think it depends what country you're in, but a lot of times there's countries too where people don't divorce, not because they wouldn't like to, but because it's so frowned upon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't just want to talk about the whole divorce topic.
Yeah, it's huge.
Mostly just focusing on what effect it has on close family as your person, like to your person, how it affects your relationship with your parents or your sibling. Not so much focusing on like what the whole of divorce does, but kind of what it does to your relationships and how it affects how you look at your close relationships, whether that's your mom, your dad, your brother, or even, partners. Like just in general, how it affects your relationships.
Mm-hmm. It's one of the most traumatic, emotional, life-changing experiences, isn't it,
Yeah.
for everybody involved, for the parents involved, whether they're married or partners, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
The family unit disintegrates as it once was, and for the kids, it's, I think, quite heinous.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I guess we should start out with that, right? Like,
Yeah.
we're speaking from this is a divorced family.
Right.
So you have a brother, and because that was part of your original consideration for the topic, wasn't it? Like specifically how it affects the sibling relationship
Right.
in this case, because that's what we know of. I mean, single kids would be its own. Can you imagine? I would think that's
Yeah,
even
that would
worse
be-
nightmare. A single kid and then having to bounce
Yeah.
back and forth and try. Oh my.
I mean, I just know from knowing only child that it's not a fun experience, so I can't imagine what it would be like if you had to, like you said, if you had to go back and forth alone.
All on your own.
Yeah.
Although you can imagine it to a certain extent much better than I
Yeah.
can, because you had to do it with your brother, but
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I guess the main thing that really, I don't know how to word this, but like the thing that really affects a sibling's relationship during a divorce is there's usually two different ways of looking at it, because it's two different kids and no two kids are the exact same. So
sure.
maybe one kid likes the balance, like I don't want to hurt one parent's feelings, so I'm going to go back and forth equally, like 1 week. Maybe the other kid prefers one house, or not so much prefers, but just feels more like drawn to one house.
Yeah.
And that's difficult as siblings, because as siblings growing up together, you're attached to each other.
Oh, huge.
That's your other half. And so it's difficult to have to balance that out, because it's like parents, sibling, like you have to balance it out.
Yeah.
And I think that has a big effect on siblings, because you know, siblings are supposed to grow up in the same house.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have divorced parents, it's not so much, it doesn't feel that way. It doesn't
Right.
feel like you're growing up in the same house.
Yeah, like you're saying, it puts enormous stress on your relationship with,
Right.
in this case, your brother. Like the sibling relationship is impacted in a way too. It's not just the impact. It's not just the effect it has on the kids with the parents.
Yeah.
It's the siblings themselves have a relationship that's changed now and altered.
Right.
That's a really good point. I mean, I know that has an effect because we went through it.
Yeah.
I never really thought about it, I guess, that much. Well, that's not true. I thought about it all the time. That's all you do is think about it. But yeah, it's a really good point, a very valid point. Like I think for any parents who are going through it or have been through it or at the start of it or the middle of it, it's something to consider is that it doesn't just affect your relationship with the kid or kids, but it affects their relationship with each other. I think it's a brilliant point, Scout. Like a really important point that I don't think gets enough emphasis is
Right.
that the relationship between the kids is hugely affected because of what you say. They have different approaches.
Yeah.
So what do you think can be done? Like what could parents do to help kids in that circumstance? We should stick to the sibling thing
Yeah, I
because we
agree.
don't have the single kid experience. And again, my heart goes out to any kid who has to bear a divorce by themselves. It just makes me want to cry for them. It must be just awful. I know how hard it was just for you guys and for your mother and I too. It's not a picnic for anybody, but for kids, wow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, what would you say would be? What are things that could be done that we did good or bad or
I think as a parent,
without giving away family secrets?
Yeah. I think if you're a divorced parent or a single parent or a co-parent, you should be mainly co-parent. If you're a co-parent, you should be focusing on making sure that your kid doesn't feel like they have to choose at a young age. I think that at a young age, you should make sure that your kid feels safe and happy in both houses without making them feel pressure without making them feel pressured to like a house better or to choose a house better.
Yeah, for sure.
If one house happens to have better snacks and one house happens to have better sacks, like snacks.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you should be actively trying to make one place more fun or trying to do things that might make the kid feel pressured to pick a home when they're young and they don't know, they just want their parents.
Yeah, for sure.
So I think that that's a very big part in making sure that your kid feels comfortable in that situation. Just make sure that they don't feel like they have to pick a house, because even as a kid you know that you have to eventually, that you will have to. That's how it is as a kid. We just know.
Or you do, eh? Like that's how you think because I don't feel like you guys were never, I don't believe anyhow, I don't think your mother did this either. Like I don't think you were ever made to feel like you had to pick a house.
No, definitely not.
I just think you naturally sort of feel like, well, one day I can't spend my whole life.
Yeah.
I can't spend 20 years binging back and forth.
It's just kind of natural. Like as a kid with divorced parents, just part of you always knows this won't be how it is forever.
Yeah.
Eventually you will pick.
Yeah.
And I think that added pressure to that is just, it's not okay. I just think that as a parent, you should know, okay, one day they're gonna choose. One day they're gonna choose a house to live at. And I just think that you as a parent should make sure that whether they choose you or the other parent to live with, you should make sure that they always feel like they can come and be with you.
Right.
Or, stay with you for
both places
a little
are
while.
home forever.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, that's super important for sure. That's definitely important. That's a really good point. I don't feel like that should be a bridge too far for most divorced parents either.
No.
Like to me, that's kind of ground zero. You gotta, come on, man. Like you don't be playing your kid. Like don't be using your kid as a weapon. That would be my thing. I tried not to do that. You do your best. Like it's not good for anybody, right?
Yeah.
And you do your best. But some things you have to do regardless if you feel like you want to or not. And that's one of them. I couldn't agree with you more. Like don't make the kid feel like they're a pawn,
Yeah.
like that they're, you don't weaponize your kid, man.
It does just add more stress to the fact that they already feel like it already feels unnatural to them to have to go back and forth between houses.
Yeah.
You shouldn't make the kid feel even more stress or even more added pressure, pressure, because it's stressful.
Yeah.
Like, it just is.
Yeah, it's so stressful. I can't even imagine, sweetie. Like, it's, yeah, for sure.
Because as a kid, you're already stressing, like, I know I'm going to have to pick one day, so adding stress to that will just make the kid feel even more anxious.
So what
and stressed.
would you suggest? I totally agree,
Yeah.
and I think hopefully every parent understands that like that's the number one thing, is to make whatever time you spend with the kid, make the kid feel as comfortable and loved and warm and safe as possible, and that wherever that you are is home. Like that's the thing. Like, to me, that's a parent's main job, regardless. Even if you're not divorced, man, make sure that wherever you are is home for your kid.
Exactly.
What would you say to a kid that you think might help them to deal with it? Because that's the other thing, right? And this gets to my question at the end of this, that is for the families, for people, the parents and kids to talk about. I don't think there's much education on this. And so here we have 50% of families are divorced, consider, right? And probably, who knows what the number is of single parents that may not even be because of divorce, just because. And there's very little preparation for this, for the kids, for the parents. There's very little, I think, consideration given to how outrageously difficult this is for kids, especially. Like, for parents, yeah, it's difficult. There's no question it is. But you have hopefully accrued some wisdom and some ability to deal with life setbacks by the time you get divorced.
Yeah.
So while it's still one of the worst experiences that you'll go through in your life, it's doable, hopefully, just by dint of you being an adult. But kids, man, like, they don't have that. They don't have that wellspring of knowledge that they can fall back on to deal with this. So what would you give as advice to kids? You know, what would you tell them? What would you tell yourself going back? Like, here's what you can do to make this not better, but to make this more, I don't even know what the word is for that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Something that I wish I was told more often, because I was told by both parents, actually, but not as much as I would have liked, that it's not your job to make one or the other parent happy.
Yeah.
If you feel more comfortable, or not even more comfortable, but just happier in one home, you shouldn't feel the need to tell the other parent different just to make them happier.
Yeah.
Because that's not your job as a kid.
It's very much not your job.
So I think that if I could give advice to a kid going through it, don't just focus on yourself and making yourself happy in a difficult situation like this, because it's not your job to make other people in the situation happy.
That's actually, I think that's something kids face even in homes where there isn't divorce, where there a lot of times kids, one parent is pitted against the other, or there's that sort of underlying stress in all homes, right? It's just good advice for a kid in general, is it's not your job to make any adult happy. It's not your job to make any other person on earth happy. It's just simply not your job. It's not your job when you get older either, if you want to take it to that extent.
And the thing is, the more I think about it, you did say to me, it's not your job. Like, you definitely did.
I tried to.
But
I mean, you make mistakes. Like, I'm not going to sit here, like, there's things as, from my point of view, as a parent who went through it, things that I would have liked to have understood better are just what we're talking about. Like, just how, it's not that I wasn't aware of how powerfully terrible it was for you, because you cried yourself to sleep plenty of nights, right? Like, it's not that you're not aware of it. It's just that it's just so hard, man, isn't it? Like, I don't even know it's just a really, really terrible experience, because it's a family that everybody thought was going to stay together, and then it comes apart. And there's nothing to replace it. So most times in life, when things go like this, you have a replacement either lined up, or you have an idea of what can replace it. This is such a loss that can't be. There's nothing that can paper over it. There's nothing that can make it like, okay, it's okay. No, man, it's not okay.
No.
I don't know. You have to do your best. But I think you made the best point of all. You just have to make sure that whenever your kid is with you, your kid feels like they're home.
I mean, also, it was just my personality growing up. Like, I just felt the need to make everyone feel happy, not just you guys, but everybody.
But that's good. That's good for you to talk about it, for kids to hear somebody who is somebody who feels the need to make everybody happy. Because Mattis, your brother, he did not feel that.
No. And I think that now that I'm older, I'm almost the opposite. Like, I really don't try and make everybody feel happy. So, like, I think that every kid like me should hear that they really don't have to make everybody happy. And it doesn't make them feel happy in the end anyways. It's like you're taking happiness from yourself to give it to other people.
Oh, for sure.
And if you are a kid with divorced parents, it's especially hard because those are the two most important people in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of hard to remember that sometimes, especially as a kid who just wants peace.
Do you feel like there was enough discussion about it, or were there questions that you didn't get answered? I like to think that we talked about it, but there may be questions you were afraid to ask. Like, I wonder if there isn't a way, because everything we're doing is kind of like to facilitate conversation between parents and kids, right?
Yeah. Well, when a kid is growing up, they don't really understand what divorce is.
Mm-hmm.
It just is like, as a kid, it just feels like your whole world fell apart, randomly.
Yeah.
They don't understand the buildup. Like, to them, there is no buildup,
right.
So it's very sudden and random.
Especially, like, you guys were young, too. Like,
yeah,
that's
exactly.
I
don't mean, like, when you're 13 and you see your parents fighting all the time, you're going to think, like, wow, I don't think they should be together anymore.
That's part of the discussion too, isn't it? The age, man. Like, you were 4 and 5. And then there's kids who are 16 and 17, or 45 and 46. Like, all of that matters.
100%. But yeah, as a kid, you don't see it coming.
Right.
And so I think the biggest question that you don't even have to answer, you don't even have to give your kid an answer for it, but even just a little, like, reassurance on it, because as a kid you do feel like what just happened, like that makes no sense, why aren't you guys together anymore? So I think answering, even just giving like a short answer to the why, like, why aren't you guys together anymore, I think that gives your kid a lot of stability in knowing that, even because every divorced child, I kind of can't help but feel like it's their fault to a certain extent, even if they know it's not.
That's a really good point, man.
So
that's
please,
a
as a parent, make sure that your kid knows it's not their fault.
Yeah. And I know that both of us were very strong with that.
Very, very,
like, very. That's ground zero. Make sure the kid knows it's not their fault.
But the thing is, no matter how much you tell a kid, to a certain extent, they will always feel like it is.
Yeah.
So even if you have to remind them every day,
constantly,
like, just remind them, like, it's not their fault.
It's so tricky, Irish. It's tricky when you, like, your kid asks you why, and it's like, man, it's way above your pay grade.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't even know how to begin.
Yeah.
And then you try and stress it's nothing to do with you. It's not your fault. But the kid's like, buddy, it's everything to do with me.
Exactly.
Which, fair enough.
Right.
It's tough to you can't. The big one is the kid. Well, when are you gonna get back together?
Yeah.
When are you coming home? When is this gonna be right again? When are we gonna be a family again? It's like, man, honestly, probably never. Like, it's so traumatic. It's so traumatic, and those things I think are important. The things we've touched on are the most important things, because that's all you can do is those simple things, man. Make home. Don't let the kid think it's their fault.
Yeah.
Listen, love. Honestly,
that's a big one.
It's very John Lennon, isn't it? who actually was an angry man.
Yeah, shockingly.
But really, it's just love, man. Love your kids,
Yeah.
and just remember that this is just so bad for them. It's so hard for them. 'Cause I think people try and paint it otherwise, and those are the ones I want to kind of just, push
Yeah.
off the end of the dock. Sometimes it's like, man, do not forget that this is really, really, really hard for your kid.
Yeah,
That's all you have to know.
especially when they start school and they realize like this isn't what every family looks like.
Yeah.
And then they're just mad because like, why me?
Yeah. Although that also engendered for us conversations about how every family doesn't look.
No family looks the same.
Yeah, every family that has a mom and a dad, that doesn't necessarily mean that they're in a happy house.
Right.
You can go through a divorce and end up with two happy houses.
Exactly.
You can be with parents that are together, and it's you're in a hellish situation.
Yeah. Yeah, there's never, I don't know, there's no right way to go about it, but there is a wrong way to go about it.
That's very good. Yeah, I agree with that. That's an excellent
Because
statement.
like we said, every
That's really
family's
well put.
different.
Yeah, no, there is no right way, but there's definitely a wrong way.
Yeah.
For sure.
Wow, I felt really philosophical saying that.
Well, you were, man. You're a regular Plato.
Socrates.
Regular Socrates. You're the Socrates of the
I'm the
splitting
Socrates
up
of
world.
hyperventilating.
Yeah, you're our resident philosopher.
And you're the horse of Troy.
Well, I'm not sure that that's what I want to be here, Irish. I don't want to
bad.
just be the guy who's just standing at the door and people are jumping out at me and then they just tip me over and use me to keep their hearth warm at night.
Well,
I feel like I've been downgraded.
oh, you definitely have.
So, that was your topic, Irish.
Yep. We decided
it's
to just
good,
do
it's
one.
good of you to talk about that. It's I know for you it's always going to be a difficult thing. For me, it's always going to be a difficult thing for sure. It's
Yeah.
just grisly, but it's good that you want to talk about it because that will help, man. Hopefully,
Yeah.
even if one kid out there listens to you and understands that they're not alone, that everything they're feeling has been felt before and will be felt in the future. And
Yeah, hopefully I can make one kid feel validated.
yeah, I mean, yeah, like that's all we can do, right? Try and use what we've learned to help somebody else.
For the better.
We're givers, Irish.
We are.
Oh yeah, we're philanthropists, man.
Oh, yeah.
We're intellectual philanthropists.
Proper potters.
Well,
Like Harry Potter.
Oh man, that's okay.
I meant Harry Potter.
Yeah. So the
come out how I
question
wanted
today
it
we're
to.
going to leave people with then is, should divorce be part of education? A question to talk
I
about.
100% think it should be.
I really
Because
do.
growing
man.
up, I wish that I had known more about it. I think it would have helped me deal with it way more.
Oh,
If I
100%.
knew.
100%. You would have felt, first of all, the biggest thing, which I touched upon there a second ago, is you would have felt not alone. You
Yeah.
would have understood that it's something that goes through. Lots of people go through it. There's kids in your class that are going through it. They're just not talking
Right,
about
exactly.
it. You might not know
that was
about
going to be
it.
my point. Like, in class, you always grow up thinking, oh, I'm the only one in the class
Yeah.
that has divorced parents. Like, nobody else talks about it. And I
Yeah.
think that learning about it would help kids feel more inclined to speak up about it.
For sure.
And then boom, now you have somebody to talk to. Now you know that you're not alone. You're not the only person in the class with,
Yeah,
with
because
divorced
there's
parents.
still a stigma attached to it, and even for adults, I think it would benefit adults to be more educated about it and have a better understanding for it. Even the ones who have gone through it would
Yeah.
be better served to understand that it is just what it is. It happens sometimes. To understand what supports are available for people.
Right.
It's this huge thing that goes, because it's not just divorce. I think it should be there should be education about this kind of separation of families. Sometimes it's death.
Yeah.
One of the parents dies. Paz had that girl in his class. That's horribly tragic. All of a sudden, she's left with her dad, and her mom's not around, and then other people come into their lives, and now the kid has to deal with that. Those things should all be part of education. People separating, mixed families, families coming together where there's two kids come from one and there's already one kid in there. All of these different dynamics. A whole look at how families morph and change over time, with divorce being one of the morphings and changings. But it's not the only one, and you could easily have this course over a grade 6 year so that kids can have an understanding, like, okay, this isn't some weirdness. This isn't something I have to keep hidden.
Right.
This isn't something I have to feel bad about. And likewise for adults that might have issues with it, or might feel, that it's somehow, because it changes for a lot of adults, it changes their life. They lose the friendships they have. The husband takes his friends, the wife takes her friends, the couple friends have to decide which side they're on, all kinds of nonsense like this. And I think if there was a greater awareness of this and it was taught, I mean, they teach a bunch of nonsense. I don't know why they don't teach that.
Yeah. I can learn about the states of Mexico for the 20th time, but I can't learn about my divorced parents.
Yeah, it's such a big part of life, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just, again, not so much even divorce, but just the way families can ebb and flow and morph and change over time. I think an awareness of that could be taught.
Well, if 50% of parents get divorced, that means 50% of kids have divorced parents. Or the thing that every divorced kid knows about growing up that just makes your blood boil. Oh, you get 2 Christmases. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I never realized.
Here, you get 2 uppercuts.
Like, oh, does that mean you get 2 birthday parties? Yeah, that's the biggest thing on my mind here, Sally.
Yeah.
No, that's what I wake up thinking
Apologies to
about.
all Sallys out there.
Oh, thanks. You just made me look at this in a whole new light. I am so glad that my parents split up.
This is a score.
Yeah.
This is sweet.
You're joking.
But that's the ignorance on the kids' part. They're just trying to say something, and so that's actually kind of sweet in a way. They're trying to find out something positive to say, right? I mean, if there was some education, then the kids would know. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, yeah, that's really hard, man. Is there anything I can do? How can I help you? Wow, okay.
Want to talk about it?
Yeah."
Instead, I get 2 Halloween costumes. Wow. Thank you. Wait. No, you're right.
Okay.
No, you're right.
Okay. That's how you want to end this segment is.
Yeah, I do. And it's the same too. I'm 14 now.
11-year-olds.
I'm 14 now, and I still get asked the same questions about it.
Which
to this day. Oh, does that mean you get 2 Christmases? Or because my birthday's so close to Christmas, does that mean you get 2 Christmases instead of 2 birthdays?
All right, that one's legit though, man. That one's legit. It's when you're born on when you're born that close to Christmas, you're gonna get asked that. But the other one, no, you're not. You can't tell me that 14 and 15-year-olds are still asking you if
Dad,
you get 2 birthdays.
They do, every time. And you know what? Yeah, I do get 2 birthdays. I do get 2 Christmases. But that doesn't magically make it all better.
No, it doesn't at all.
Like, what?
All right.
That's all.
It took a turn there at the end, Irish.
Yeah.
You obviously, it opened up some kind of, the whole topic was difficult for you to talk about, but what gets you wound up at the end is because it's
the easiest way to rage bait me.
Some weasel came up to you and said, "Nah, you get 2 birthdays."
Yeah, try like 15 weasels.
Wow, you got a weasel list? You have a weasel list?
I should make one.
No, you shouldn't, man. That puts you know what happens then? This is what you hear one day if you make a list like this. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? I love you, Irish.
I love you too.
Episode the 80th. Very nice. All right, I love you.
I love you too. Mm-hmm. Next time.
Yes.